What's going on, everybody? Josh Engleman for Awesemo.com, and I am back with my NFL DFS contenders for Thursday Night Football, Eagles and Bucs. Now be sure to hit that like button, subscribe to the channel, and hit the notification bell so you know when everything goes live. Follow me on Twitter, @Josh Engleman. Only place you're going to get updates to my sim results as we get closer to lock. Let me know in the comments section underneath this video who your favorite and least favorite of my contenders are. And finally, shout out to No House Advantage for being the presenting sponsor of this video. Use the promo code Awesemo when signing up. Get yourself a little bit of extra cash on that first deposit. Now, we round out the bottom of my top 10 with Kenneth Gainwell, Miles Sanders, Mike Evans, Zach Ertz, and Devontae Smith on the outside looking in. Who will be my favorites? My top 5 plays for today? It's time to find out. But before we get to that number 5 guy, and you can see on the screen that it is Chris Godwin, look at the gap between 3 and 10. 33% to 46%. Very, very narrow. You can really mix and match this entire range and not regret it at all. Just taking a look at the sum total here, 319%. That means we're expecting 3 to 4 of the guys from 3rd to 10th to be in an optimal lineup. Good luck figuring out which one is which right now. We do take a step up at 1 and 2. That's neither here nor there. Here is where we talk about Chris Godwin, who is 9,400, projected for 17.1 fantasy points. Gets a pretty nice matchup, I guess. 6.5 point favorites, 52.5 point total against Philly. This is the number 1 offense via PFF, but they're going up against the number 11 defense. So it's not exactly like a cupcake matchup, but it's fine. Slightly below average, we'll say. But the fantasy output, the 52.5 points, I think that's what looks good. So 13% chance that Godwin goes for more than 30 fantasy points, a 10% likelihood he's an optimal captain, and a 32% chance that he's optimal in the utility spot. That gets him to 42%, which is tied with Devontae Smith and tied with Zach Ertz, and basically tied with the number 4 spot, but just 1 percentage point behind. And that number 4 guy is his teammate Antonio Brown. He's just cheaper, 8,200, easier to work into a lineup. Projected for 15.5 fantasy points, clearly the same matchup. 13% chance to go for more than 30. 12% chance to be an optimal captain, plus another 30% at the utility spot. All told, that gets Antonio Brown up to 43%. A slight increase over Godwin, but you're happy to go to Brown. You're happy to go to Godwin. You're going to have to mix and match Brown and Godwin and Brown and Godwin and Evans, and hope that you're getting the right combination of Bucs receivers for today. It's hard to feel outstanding about any individual, but right now Antonio Brown looks really good because of his price tag. At number 3, we go to another Buck. That would be Leonard Fournette, 7,800, projected for 16 fantasy points. Gets the matchup a little differently. You're hoping Tampa gets out in front and the running game is a little bit more prevalent. 5% chance to go for more than 30 fantasy points. You're not going to Fournette for the ultra ceiling. You're likely going there for the floor. 5% chance that he's an optimal captain. I don't expect that, but a 40% chance that he's optimal in the utility spot. The $7,800 price tag is what really works here. He ultimately becomes the best non-quarterback value that you can find. Although, pay close attention to the updates later today because this entire range is going to scramble. Now at number 2, we're going Buck again. It's Tom Brady, 12,400, projected for 25 fantasy points. He's got that same matchup that Fournette and Brown and Godwin all have. He's got a 29% chance to go for more than 30 fantasy points, however, a 16% chance to be the optimal captain, and a 48% likelihood to be optimal at the utility. This is where we take the big time step up in tier. Tom Brady is in an optimal 64% of the time. 2 out of every 3 times, you're going to get Tom Brady in the optimal. That's pretty good. You're really happy to see that, but 12,400 is a large price tag, and I don't know if the pay down options exist the same way you want them to. So best of luck trying to get to Hurts and Brady in a lineup and to be unique at the same time. Now, before we get to the obvious number 1 contender, one last reminder to hit the like button, subscribe to the channel, and hit the notification bell so you know when everything goes live. Then head to Twitter, follow me @Josh Engleman so you can get the updates to these sim results as we get closer to lock. Hop into the comment section under the video. Let me know who your favorite and least favorite contenders are for tonight's slate. And finally, once again, shout out to No House Advantage for being the presenting sponsor. There we go, 11,800 for Jalen Hurts, projected for 25 fantasy points. Now, he gets a different matchup here. I finally get to talk about it. They're 6.5-point dogs, so you think they're going to be throwing a bit. I don't know how great that is for Jalen Hurts, but he'll at least be active in his own mind. 52.5-point total. This is the number 18 offense at PFF, so right around average, slightly below. The number 7 defense, it's not great. Their run defense is the biggest problem, so you're hoping you can get there a little bit more with the pass. 29% chance that Hurts goes for more than 30. If he does that, it's probably because he's running some touchdowns in. 16% chance to be the optimal captain. 51% likelihood that he's optimal in the utility spot as well. That's where we really get with Hurts. Because he's 11-8, he's really easy to get to at utility. You add it all up. 2 out of every 3 times, 67% likelihood that Jalen Hurts is the optimal play for the day, and that is enough to make him the number 1 contender for tonight's slate. Alrighty, folks, that will do it. Those are my NFL DFS contenders for Thursday Night Football, Bucs and Eagles. FanDuel version of this video is around here somewhere. Keep your eyes peeled for that. Good luck tonight, everybody. I will be back again tomorrow morning for my top 5s for week 6 in the NFL. I think it's 6. If it's 7, you know what I mean.